This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah, it was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when—
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control Zoogles like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core?
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handled the Zoogles, then we kept commanding. Here I come!
Exploit the enemy's weak
Here
spot.
go! Lightning confiscated! Here's a healing arc!
Rising Wyvern!
Raging storm!
Here goes!
It's on! Rising Wyvern! Ignite! Swallow Blade! Try this!
Lightning orb!
Infernal Torrent!
Dance in the
Swallow
wind!
Blade! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
This one's mine! I'll save it this way! Hit! More radiant pierce!
Anything in armor is all mine! Take this! My reach is even wider! Never see what I can do!
Take this!
Lightning condemn!
Burn!
Thunderblade!
Infernal Torrent! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Just what the doctor ordered!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Gale force! Far enough!
Resonate with the earth!
Supernova! Dance in the wind! Get ready! Here! Not on my watch!
Bloody howling!
Lightning! Downfall!
Swallow Blade!
Shining supernova! Dance in the
Resonate with
wind!
the earth!
Swallow
Ready
Blade!
and railing!
I'll be saving this one!
Armor won't save you! Bloody hell! Come on!
This one's mine! Take the lightning to death! Thunderblade! Here!
I'll stop it, Star!
Thanks, Kisara!
Swallow blade!
Radiant here! Here's another searing blast! Lightning can
Rising Can't get out of this!
Here I go!
Negative gate! Onward! Shattering the pieces! Attack!
Alright! Sorry!
Down!
From beyond, imbue this place with soul and light!
Here, let me help! First aid! I still got this fight left in me! Mega Ray! I'm all stuffed up!
Not today!
Mega Ray! Thunder Field!
Try this! Deity!
My Eagle Ray!
Here I come!
Wait now!
Begin! Hurrah!
I'll be saving this one! That'll bring you down!
Try harder!
Here, let me help!
Swallow blade!
Ray decay!
Rising wyvern!
Or steel! Here's our light on my walk! Mega Ray!
Benediction light!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Will this help?
Here I come!
Like Astral Lightning to death! Thunder
Try this!
Ready to go! Glacial Rivian! Here's the
Swallow blade! In a bind?
Freeze Lance!
Anything
We
is
can
gonna attack!
Flex, watch out!
Swallow blade! I owe you one! The flame inside me! Yours!
It's a win! Sleep now!
Resonate with the earth! Try harder!
Glacial Spear! Heal! More freeze!
Burn it down! Slap!
Raging Storm! More with that! Radiant Heal! Photon Radiant! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Sealed! I never miss! I'll be saving this one! Lightning can hear the healing art! Thunder Blast!
Soaring blast!
Radiant Heal! Art sealed! Not in your dreams! Mega Ray!
I'll smash you!
Back into the fray!
Swallow blade!
Raging Storm!
Come on!
Dance in the wind! By the power of the heart! Dance in the wind! Sleep now! Healing! I'll be saving this one! Try
harder!
Reload!
In a bind? Swallow blade!
Searing flame! Reload!
Elusive deity!
Swallow blade! Dance in the wind! Annihilation!
This one's all
Sleep
mine!
now! I'll be saving this one!
Infernal torrent! Elusive deity! Eagle ray! Now you see what I can do!
You too much! Pull myself together!
Bloody hell!
Art steel!
Swallow blade!
Not in your dreams!
Flash!
That'll bring you down! Searing flame! Reload! Here! Puddle! Ready to go!
The everlasting dark!
Here's flame of fury! Far enough!
Try harder!
Glacial spear! Here's the evil! Raging Lantern!
Resonate with the earth!
Radiant here!
Damn it!
Out of
Take
ammo!
this!
Back into the fray!
Ready and
Another
ready!
Gale Force! Ready to go!
I'll think
Raging here!
You picked the wrong fight! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Infernal torrent! Swallow blade! Here I come!
Heavy
You! It's over! Bloody hell!
Annihilation! Raging Storm! More with that shot!
Swallow blade!
Rock is ready! Where are you going? Raging Cascade!
I'll think you!
Not in your dreams! Annihilation! Lightning!
Nothing gets by me!
Sleep now! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Soaring blood!
It's about to strike!
Starve, everyone!
By the power!
On your knees! Swallow blade! This isn't looking good!
You are
This was all mine!
Here, let me help! First aid! Raging Cascade!
Take this!
Sleep now! I'll be saving this one!
Now you see what I can do!
Burning More where that came from!
You'll pay for that!
Bring you back from death to this! Resuscitation!
Burn in hell! Flash!
I pulled out the Tormented Flame of Fury! Burning! Here! Glacial Spear! I'll be saving this one! Let the
Try
monster
harder.
handle this! This one's mine! Lightning Orb! More where that came from! Searing Flame! Reload!
Stronger blade!
Lightning! More than a small pile! Annihilation! Casting Stone! More where that came from! Glacial Spear!
Stay away from my friend!
Armor won't save you! Confiscated! Mega Ray!
Flash!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Now it's just her! Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Dohalim!
Forgive me.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzalik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already past, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on. What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, More than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way. Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns. As well as my own past, I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens, I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out.